so I would suggest dehydrated water.
What it looks like.
You got to add water to reconstitute it.
Hi, I'm Shalane. This is Dean, and we are
GrassRoots Living.
About to see the world in action, what we can be like.
Hi friends, we're so glad you're with us again today, and we're going to continue our Ask the Experts series. We've had several of those so far. We'll link them throughout this video, and today's video is about going shopping, which is fun. I like going shopping.
You know what? Those of you that have watched our channel know that I'm not a big fan of shopping, but honestly, the things that our experts have said and some of the things that we'll share with you are definitely things that will come in helpful.
Yeah, for sure. It does depend on how you travel and the size of your rig. So let's find out what our experts have to say. Our friends, we love them. And then at the end of the video, we'll come back and we'll share with you guys some of the things that we feel like we can't live without as full-time RVers. So let's get started.
Hi, we are Carl and Patty of RView of America.
If you're getting ready for the nomadic lifestyle, don't buy everything, but make sure you have a good solar system. If you're going to be boondocking, a composting toilet is a great idea. That can save you space in your waste tanks. But other than that, just take a little bit at a time and don't spend a fortune on everything else.
I'm Shelly.
And together we're Day's Great Adventure.
One item that I think that we have thoroughly enjoyed, and that if you have room for it, is a propane fire pit. A lot of campgrounds don't allow wood fire pits, and so that's easy. We pull it out, we hook it to the propane, and we have instant fire, instant heat, and a great atmosphere for spending time with friends, or a little romantic evening together, or
Who have you been seeing while I've been out and about?
Do you have one? Because I have another one if you don't.
Go ahead.
Okay.
She's got another one.
Another one. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't need that. That's ridiculous. But I love my combo washer dryer, my Splendide. Ours has room for it in a closet, and it is one of the best things for us for full timing. I'm not a fan of laundromats, and I can just put it in and wash stuff, and it doesn't take too long, and voila, it's done. So I'm thankful that ours came with that. We bought used, and it came in it, and I'm thankful that it did.
And my philosophy is happy wife, happy life.
Definitely.
And what was the question?
So we're going to go shopping.
Oh.
So what's the one thing that
We
you
just
would-
went shopping.
Something that you really are glad that you have in your rig or
Piece of-
whatever.
I'm glad I created more space in her basement because she's gone shopping.
All right,
Preaching
we're
to the
good.
choir here.
So it's called a V-Air?
Fire.
V-Air. Okay, see, I would have said it wrong.
All right, ready?
All right, you start it because this
Okay.
is your gig.
Hi, I'm Lucy.
I'm Brian.
And we're with
Whoa,
Nellie
Nellie
RV
RV
Adventures.
Adventures.
Not everywhere that you go will you be able to find at a gas station or wherever to pump up your tires if your tires are low. So for us, just recently we had the experience and we needed an air compressor and didn't have one. Now we do.
And this V-Air will put out enough air to basically up to 150 psi on tires. So that covers about 99% of everybody out there. So this thing will fill up your tires when they're low.
So the reason is if I was to say to someone new, what should I get for my rig when I go on the road? Your tires are very important. And I would say an air compressor.
And it's a new tool.
Hey, I'm Garrett,
And I'm Carolyn.
and we're Diary of a Family.
We're living life intentionally with you.
Let's go shopping!
Yeah.
What do we need? What's our absolute, we cannot live without this item?
Well, for me, and regarding more the outside, the utilitarian side of RVing, a generator is really a must. Really, when it comes down to it, if you're in a park and the power goes out, you need to have a way to power your rig. If you're boondocking, the same thing applies. So having some form of generator, it doesn't need to be something really huge, but something that can power most items in your RV would be a must.
I mean, in a pinch, you can plug your truck into it, but that's going to maybe damage your truck if you're using it for a long time charging batteries.
You could damage your alternator. Yeah. So by having a secondary way to power your trailer, you're not having to deal with that.
Boondocking, you definitely have to have the generator.
Absolutely.
Okay. And what do you not need a generator for? Coffee.
Yep, you do not need a generator for coffee. So I use a Chemex pour-over coffee, and it's just this little glass beaker-looking thing, and you just put your coffee in the top, and you just pour it over. It takes 0 electricity.
Can you heat your water in a kettle on the stove?
Heat your water in a kettle, so you can still have your coffee and not need a $11,000 solar setup to do it.
So speaking of coffee, you need water to make coffee, and I mean, without water, you're up a creek, right? Without a paddle, you need water. So having clean water for your family is really important. You don't necessarily need a super expensive water filtration system that a lot of people have before it gets to the rig. I would recommend at least an inline filter before it hits your rig. But then for drinking and cooking, we filter our water with an electronic device called a Kangen machine. It's from Enagic. We had it in our house prior to hitting the road. I've heard lots and lots of good things about the Berkey, and that doesn't require electricity to filter. Some people use Brita. We've used Brita in the past. Yeah, I would say figuring out what kind of filtration system you want to use and getting that in place for at least your drinking and your cooking water.
It's all you. And we're good.
Hi, I'm Keith.
I'm Indiana.
And we are traveling down the Bannisters. So, the must-have RV item.
For me, because I have a child of 4, a 4-year-old, I like a washer and dryer in the RV.
Yeah, it's a family of 4, so you can get clothes piled up real quick.
Yes, it gets piled up quickly, so I like having a washer and dryer.
Nice. Mine is not really an RV item, but a lot of people, it's popular out there. You hear the Instapot cooking and all that. I actually do sous vide cooking. You buy a little unit that you can put right in the sink of the kitchen if you want with water, and you can cook your food in it. And it's nice because it works like a crock pot. You just leave your food in a bag and you can cook it. So that way, when we want to go out and enjoy the day, we can leave the food cooking in there. It'll never overcook. And when we come back, it's ready to go. So definitely, if you've never looked into sous vide cooking, look into sous vide cooking.
All right, so we would like to thank them for doing that and for all the little videos they've been helping us with. So we're going to go ahead and share with you some of the things that we enjoy as, traveling with that we think are like, can't live without, right? So the first thing is that you want to keep your rig really, really light when you're traveling. So I would suggest dehydrated water.
I don't know if that's even a thing.
No, I think, no, it is. I feel like we should, okay, so this isn't something we've been traveling with, but I think we should get some dehydrated water because it's lighter. I'll put it in the link. I'll put a link below so that you can see that. Because I think
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, it comes in a can, and you just reconstitute it. I saw it on Amazon. You just reconstitute it by adding water, and it.
Okay.
I'll put a link so you can see it. Next, what's yours?
Okay, one of the things that we love is our Oxygenics shower head.
It's true.
It's just no matter what RV park you're at, sometimes you're just going to get low pressure. And this thing does an amazing job. I don't know how it does it, but it just takes whatever low pressure is there and takes it times 10 or 50, or I don't know what it is, but it really does a great job.
It makes for a really nice shower. Just about any RVer that you talk to has an Oxygenics because it is definitely a must-have.
And if you're boondocking, it saves water because, like I said, if it's just taking a little bit of water and then changing it into a nice, powerful force, so you don't have to turn it all the way up.
Yeah. So definitely Oxygenics. Other things, collapsible everything. Just a couple of examples. I have, of course, the collapsible little measuring cup. And then there's the collapsible, dish strainer. You guys, this is a brand new camera, and I'm having a hard time knowing which direction to go. So, the direction, bowls, even cups, everything's collapsible, even a dish drainer. Now, I just saw recently a collapsible dish drainer. So yeah, collapsible stuff. And then I'll have another one real quick, and then you can do one. This one is a little, I always call them bread boxes, but you can see, sorry. There you go. That's what it is. And it's just from Walmart. And the reason I like that, and you've seen it in other videos that we've done, probably many times actually, because we've had clothes in it, food. It's just the right size for a closet or a pantry in an RV. These little things are perfect, and we have 8 of them. I don't know. You can put anything in them, and they just seem to just stick in every cupboard.
I agree. Yeah. Now, another thing that sometimes happens that I don't think a lot of people realize is because in this age of electronics, we always have Google Maps, we always have Apple Maps, we always have something that we can just look at our cell phone. But we travel to some pretty remote places, and we don't always have cell service. Nope. So I would suggest that everyone get one of these things, a road atlas.
What? What is this?
I really hope that the younger generation knows even what that is. But it can get you out of a tight situation. And there's been a couple of times in our adventures where we've had no cell service, and we had to go, hey, how are we going to get to where we need to go? So then we would look there.
Yes, exactly. Next, it's getting darker, you guys. It's not getting darker outside. Like, it's not sundown, but I think we're going to get rain soon. Random thought.
You get really good at that. All right.
Oh! Light. We need light.
Yeah, imagine a situation where you are, for some reason or another, you're just delayed. Maybe you spent a little extra time out on a hike or whatever. Yeah. You get back to your campsite late, and it's already dark. Now it's time for you to go ahead and hook up and do the things that you need to do. You need a good, dependable lantern. Now, we suggest something like this. This one has a solar panel on it. You can just put it up on your dashboard, and you can get it charged throughout the day. There's so many things that it has. It's like a little flashlight, but it also is an actual lantern that produces, as you can tell, quite a bit of light. That will help you out of a bad situation. Make it a little easier for you.
Yeah. I think this is something we didn't think about when we first went RVing, because when you think about RVing, you think about living in a house on the road, right? So you don't think about like camping type stuff sometimes. And so you don't think about stuff like flashlights or whatever, but you still need something like that for outside when you have to hook up, like he said, in the dark or whatever. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
It is. Another thing that we've always found helpful, and this is something that we took some newbies out about a month ago, and they were amazed at it. Every campsite, believe it or not, is not perfectly level.
Yeah, very few.
We've been to some that are pretty sketchy. But anyhow, we have what are called Anderson levelers. And you just slide those underneath the tire, and it just helps to bring up one side or the other, whatever it is that you're hoping to accomplish.
Yeah.
Easy to use, and we highly recommend those.
Yes. I think I've got some footage of us using our Anderson levelers, and if I do, I'll insert it here. You'll see it. But they're super, super handy. We love those. Yeah. You can get the little yellow Lego blocks that people like to crawl up on, but the Andersons are way better. Yeah. Easier, better. I have just a couple thoughts. One is that everything comes in miniature, right? We eat smoothies a lot, and we love our little miniature Ninja. So, so we have our miniature Ninja, and then the smallest Instant Pot that they have. Even a waffle maker. This is our tiny little waffle maker. If you're not sure Amazon has everything, as we know, but also just at Christmas time is when you'll find like everything comes out in miniature at Christmas time. I'm not sure why, but we got this at Christmas time, and we love this little guy.
We use it 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, it's...
Yeah. So just keep an eye out for things that are collapsible and miniature, and keep in mind your lighting and your Anderson levelers. And was there anything? Oxygenics, dehydrated water. And I'm for real, there is someone, I'm going to link it. And then they're going to click on the link, and they're going to be like, oh my heck, there really is dehydrated water.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Is there anything else? Did we get everything?
I think so.
Okay. We hope you guys enjoyed that. For real, those are what we consider pretty important things. If we think of anything else, maybe we'll stick it in the description. And if you guys think of anything as you watch this, please comment, because we read each other's comments. We read yours and other people read your comments. So if you have any ideas, leave it in the comments so people can learn.
Yeah. And if you like what we do, please consider subscribing. We'd love to include as many new friends as we possibly can.
Yes.
And we really appreciate you.
Seriously do. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, and until next week, this is Grassroots Living, reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
We're thinking of you. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out.
Good.
You want to see the dehydrated water?
I got to.
It's a real thing.
So to dehydrate means that you're taking water out of something. So you're taking water out of water. So I got to see what it looks like.
You got to add water to reconstitute it. I'll show you. I'll show you. It's even got reviews and everything.
Okay.
I keep on thinking back on it when we escaped with our first real paycheck. Wasn't much, but we